Okay, guys, I do apologize about the last video. Everything was working fine until I switched over to the radar, and I do apologize. The radar image did not come through. So let's run through this one more time. It was technical difficulties on my end, and I do apologize about that. Okay, so right now it is currently 12:45 in the afternoon. We currently have a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that has just been posted by the Storm Prediction Center for a good chunk of central Alabama and a few counties over here in East Mississippi. Now, this does include places like Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Columbus, and Starkville, and it is just off to the north of the Meridian, Mississippi area. But if you're in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, or Montgomery, you guys are included in the severe thunderstorm watch for a couple of tornadoes possible, isolated hail up to quarter-sized, and scattered wind gusts of 70 miles per hour during the next few hours as we are underneath a severe thunderstorm watch. So here is basically the risk. Today through 7 p.m., there is a slight risk, basically, if you are along I-65 and points off to the west, including West Alabama. Your threat is going to be from 1 p.m. through 4 p.m. for the possibility of damaging winds upwards of 60 to 70 and quarter-sized hail, and the outside risk of seeing a brief tornado. Now, if you're over here in East Alabama, from Alexander City to Gadsden to Anniston, Auburn, Eufaula, and Troy, your threats are mentioned above are less likely, but cannot be completely ruled out. So now, let me take you over to the radar, and hopefully it will work this time. There we go. Okay, so here is the actual situation that we have going on right now. We have a line of severe storms that are pushing through the part of North Alabama. They are also in Northwest Alabama. Now, the National Weather Service earlier issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Fayette and Lamar counties for another hour for the storms that are coming through Detroit and Sullivan right now. Next up would be Vernon, Fayette, Berry, Millport, and then getting on in here to Reform and places in Tuscaloosa County. There is another severe thunderstorm warning that is for Walker County up here towards Parrish and Jasper. And then another severe thunderstorm warning over here in East Alabama that includes St. Clair and Etowah County, that includes Gadsden, Rainbow City, Asheville, Springville, all the way down to Pell City. And I did notice that the Weather Service in Jackson just posted a severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Columbus, Mississippi, for the storms that are just over the Aberdeen, Mississippi area. So once again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning closer to home for Lamar and Fayette counties, and this does include the city of Fayette and Berry, Vernon, Millport, Sullivan, and Detroit. Now, let me put these in motion for you, and as you can see, they are kind of sliding on off to the south, excuse me, south and to the east. And these storms will probably make it into the Tuscaloosa metro by 2 or 2:30 this afternoon. They will be in Birmingham before they will get to Tuscaloosa. And the storms are really packing a punch, especially these storms over Detroit and Sullivan. Let me stop this. These are the storms that we're going to have to watch as how they develop and progress, because these are the ones that are heading towards the city of Tuscaloosa right now. The ones over Jasper and Parrish, they will be moving towards the Birmingham metro as we speak. And then, of course, over here in East Alabama, this batch of storms from Altoona down to Asheville will be moving towards Anniston and Oxford. So that's your situation right now. We have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me check the new warning over here for my friends around the Columbus, Mississippi area. And this warning goes for another 54 minutes until 1:45 for the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now, the one for Lamar and Fayette counties, and the whole counties are included in this warning. The warning goes until 1:30 for Fayette for the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour winds. And just as I say that, the Weather Service has just prompted a severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson County that does include the Birmingham Metro now. So there's your polygon, basically from Hoover all the way up to Morris and Summerton in Jefferson County. And this severe thunderstorm warning goes for another 53 minutes for the possibility of 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. This includes Walker and Jefferson counties, both including the Birmingham Metro. So let me flip over to the Birmingham Radar. And there's your line of severe storms, basically from Oakman over to Jasper, Sipsey, and Summerton, and then stretching over here to Warrior, Morris, Pinson, and then another batch of storms from Altoona down to Steele, Asheville, Odenville, and Branchville, Alabama. So once again, we're zoomed in here over the Birmingham Metro. Let me put this into motion for you. And as you can see, the warning, the storm that they're warning for is this one that's coming over Cordova and Parrish right now. And these storms have had a history of producing a lot of wind damage across North Alabama. Prepare immediately for large hail and damaging winds. This torrential rain is also occurring with these storms, which may lead to flash flooding because these storms are kind of creeping along. They are moving to the southeast at 35 miles per hour. So these storms are creeping on along. Now, we do have a little bit of damage that we need to talk about up here towards the Haleyville area. Numerous trees uprooted in Haleyville. And there's also up here towards Hackleburg and Bear Creek. Earlier this morning, there were several trees uprooted and power lines down with this line of severe storms. So there's your severe thunderstorm warning. So let me, real quick, there are your polygons, basically from Lamar and Fayette, Walker, Jefferson, and then Blount and Etowah counties. All right, so there's, and then of course the one over here for the Columbus, Mississippi area. So there's your polygons, and that's what's pretty much going on right now. Now, I do need to also mention that okay, 2 miles west of Hayden, Alabama, several trees uprooted and power lines down west of the city of Hayden, Alabama, which is up here in Blount County, and these storms are the ones that are moving through Springfield and Gadsden to Southside as we speak. So this is a very significant threat to life and property for the possibility of damaging straight-line winds as these storms continue to push on off to the south and to the east. So let me put these into motion for you. And as you can see, they are really trying to blossom up here towards the Fayette and Berry areas. And we're really going to have to watch this segment if you're over here towards the Tuscaloosa area. So let me... That's downtown Tuscaloosa. And these storms are currently 43 miles off to the northwest of Tuscaloosa, and they are moving towards the Tuscaloosa metro as we speak. So once again, we're underneath a severe thunderstorm watch, all of us, until 7 o'clock this evening for the possibility of damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. A few tornadoes are possible, and then, of course, a few scattered reports of quarter-sized hail is very possible with these severe storms. So I'm going to continue to watch the progression of these storms, and I will do another social media update. It's currently getting close to 1 o'clock. I'll do another social media update closer to 1:15 to 1:20. Before then, if any of these storms start to get out of hand. So once again, that's the situation. I was just checking with the National Weather Service in Birmingham, and before I let you guys go, I do want to check the base velocity and see. All right, if you are in Lamar or Marion counties, Lamar or Fayette, there is your intense line of severe wind that is coming down through the county. So that would be really nasty wind about to come through the Vernon to Fayette to Berry area. So once again, if you're over here in Lamar or Fayette counties, you guys really need to pay attention to these nasty severe weather. And I need to also real quick show you for my friends over here in the Columbus, Mississippi area, that is your nasty line of wind that has prompted a severe thunderstorm warning for the Columbus, Mississippi area. And before I let you guys go, let me put this in motion for you. And there you can see your dropping line of severe wind that's about to come through Caledonia and Columbus Air Force Base. So once again, just to reiterate, there are severe thunderstorm warnings all across the area. And I will do another update probably about 1:15 to 1:20 before then if any of these storms start to get out of hand.